That was painful to watch. I'm gonna work on that intro better. Hello, people. This is the first night of the Hawkeye Roundtable. I have a plethora of panelists from all over. Two from up north, and of course, my brother Perk Minded. I met probably about last year, sometime maybe a year before. We both had a like and interest in Power, which is an awesome show. We're gonna continue that with the next version of Power. And of course, my main man, Basco of Guy Scar, who is from Montreal, Canada. And of course, the
Yeah,
little lady
MTL.
is Dandelion Fluff. How are y'all doing?
Doing good, man.
Doing
Thank you for
good.
having me.
Well, we're going to get into it. Disney Plus has just released this past week the newest television show, which is Hawkeye. Uh, really not a fan of Hawkeye. I'm going to be the first to say it. In Endgame, I would wish he'd have got killed instead of Black Widow. But
Wow.
having said, I'm just telling you,
Damn.
I'm coming out blazing, bro. Not that
Mhm.
I hate him, but if I had to choose between the two, I would prefer him versus her. Just me. Again, not hating
Mm.
on him. Hawkeye's cool. Cool. He's a cool fella. He's cool under pressure. I like the actor. Um, my first impression overall of this, and I'm going to say it really quickly, I was underwhelmed. Um, I'm sure it's going to pick up because a lot of times Marvel properties like to start off slow. Some like to start off fast. I think they're starting off slow, but the two episodes that I saw, I personally was underwhelmed. Didn't hate it, but not in love with it. So, Perp, what do you think? Your
Um,
overall?
at first I was kind of the same way with Hawkeye, but then when I rewatched Endgame and I realized like how dope like his character was, like he really represents like the human side of things because he's a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, and seeing him, like he's the only one that really witnessed Natasha dying. So like to see that still bother him like 2 years later, whenever this takes place, because supposedly this takes place 2 years after Endgame. It really kind of like made me like his character more. Then going into this, I was just like, okay, um, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about a Hawkeye series until I saw that trailer, and it's just like the Christmas music hit, and I think it was the Christmas music that did it for me because I like the Christmas theme that they're going for, and I was kind of pleased with the first two episodes because compared to the other Disney Plus shows, I feel like this does a better job of setting up like or just reintroducing like the crime world and stuff and whatnot. So yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it, but I
Okay.
do agree like it does need to pick up with it only having like what 4 more episodes left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Daddy Line Fluff, what are your thoughts on that, man?
Overall, to be honest, I quite enjoyed it. It was about what I expected. I mean, I have come to not expect like amazing, mind-blowing stuff from Marvel, just like a good, fun little outing. I also liked it because it was very reminiscent for me of the Daredevil series they have on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm.
I really enjoyed that particular series, and I like this sort of more, yeah, like you're saying, the human aspect. It's kind of interesting that he's just a guy and he's kind of got to go through all this shit with all these like superpower people, and
Right.
really all he has is like a good eye.
Yeah.
Obviously
Daredevil,
more than that. But,
Daredevil is leaps and bounds better, but I get the comparison.
oh yeah, but
I
I
definitely.
mean, I know there's lots of hints, and apparently it's probably going to tie in with that. I hope it ties in with the same actor because I really like that
Charlie
Daredevil actor
Cox. Charlie
in
Cox.
the show, rather than the one from the movie.
Ben
I'm
Affleck.
not going to say his name because I don't like him as an actor.
What?
I know y'all do. I know y'all love him.
Oh my
But
goodness.
I cannot get behind that actor. There's just some actors I just cannot get behind, and he's
Daddy
one.
Line Fluff, you were about to be the first one in the Phantom Zone. I don't want to put you there, man, because I like you. But you
My angry
talking,
otter can handle
you
it.
talking blasphemous. That is the best Batman.
Correction. Robin Pattinson is the best Batman.
Oh hell no! You ain't even
Oh
seen him yet.
Really?
You ain't even
You
seen
don't
him
think
yet.
Adam West?
Hey,
Adam
all I
West
know, I
wasn't the best
all I,
Batman.
all I know is Robert Pattinson's credit's good with me. That's all I know. So
Okay.
I'm fully confident.
He's gonna be hard to beat the best. He's gonna be hard to beat Batman. I'll say the jury's out on that. But look at him as Bruce Wayne. He's like an emo child or something. He is not a good Bruce Wayne based on what I've seen from the trailers. So I beg to differ. But we will see here shortly. Guy Scar, what are your thoughts, sir?
Oh my God, my overall thoughts. It was painful to watch, man.
Woo.
It was so slow. Like I liked aspects. I like seeing his human aspect of Hawkeye. Right, you see his family, how much family means to him, and how much he wants to try and catch back those 5 years that he's missed by just concentrating on his family. But like usual, he always gets pulled into whatever. And I loved seeing how his relationship with his wife was, right? How even though he had to bail on everything,
she understood.
And had that conversation, she understood, and she was so tuned into his work.
Yeah, I like that.
And like, I was able to relate to that, right? So I really that's the best thing that I liked of these episodes was that. But it was very, like you said, very underwhelming. Obviously, it's like a slow burn again. I have to agree with with that. For me, the best freaking Marvel TV series, I would have to say, is Daredevil.
It's not wrong with Netflix, but I agree with you.
Yeah. Exactly, it is Daredevil, and the fact that the rumors is that we might actually get Daredevil or Kingpin connected to the MCU.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Kingpin's coming.
Yes.
Like that's gonna be like the end credit, because that's gonna lead into like the Echo series and stuff that.
Which we actually got a glimpse of, right?
Yeah,
but didn't we see at the end of the Daredevil series that Kingpin went to prison? So are we gonna see him in prison, or are we gonna see him free?
Yeah, we don't know what, like, how long it's been though. It's been like years.
It would be
this is supposed to be 2025 is when this is taking place, but I don't know what the time period that the Daredevil series supposed to take place.
It'd be interesting if we see his wife, because she, man, in that series, man, she was hell, man. She was like, okay, just don't lie to me, tell me, do it. And she was like calling the shots at the end of the thing. So, and I think a woman gonna have a little bit more revenge factor in the mind and stuff, be more slick, more deceptive with it, more patient with it. So
you mean Fisk's wife there?
Yeah, in the Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at the end he had to tell her everything, and then she was on board with all what he was doing.
Right,
if I remember correctly.
So yeah, overall I was like, it was blah. We'll get into the likes in the next round, right, Danny?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So overall I was like very bland.
Okay. Next round, we're gonna start off with Dandelion Fluff. What didn't you like about this?
Oh, did I not like about it?
What did you not like about these first 2 episodes?
It was a bit slow, but again, they were like introducing characters, yada yada yada. I hate everything that takes place at Christmas. Like sort of like it was like a poor person's Die Hard kind of a feeling a little bit. Like that would be it for me. I'm just not down with things. Everything's it's just like the whole like having it take place at Christmas. It's always like it's such a jaded trope. The whole you got to get home for Christmas, be there with your family, all that kind. I mean, which is nice. It's a good sentiment, but it's like, oh, not this again, So.
I personally disagree with the whole, because we're just right in the middle of we're going into Christmas, so I feel like it fits for the time. Now, if this came out in like the summer, then I would agree with it.
Yeah, I know. I just hate Christmas carols. I worked in retail.
Be very careful with the next thing you say.
I worked in retail. You have no idea how
I worked in retail too, and I feel your pain on that.
Man, like it would be okay if they played the cool ones, but no, it's always all the lamest.
all the
Mariah Carey
Cosby and all that shit.
The ones you heard like way too many times. Like, honest to God, if I hear that,
not dreaming of a white Christmas. I'm dreaming.
If I hear that freaking Marshmallow Wonderland song one more time in my life, I swear to God, I will stab someone, because that song is the stupidest shit ever. Or that really horrible one by, I love Paul McCartney, but that simply having a
Oh,
Christmas
I
time.
love that. It ain't
That's like-
Christmas until I hear that, man.
That's like the freaking most monotone tune ever. Blah, blah,
Simply
blah, blah, blah.
having.
It doesn't even have a
wonderful
tune. It's
Christmas
just like
time.
playing. Anyway, I digress. That would
You
be
are Dandelion.
Damn, she's like
Scrooge.
she's
You
like
are
on fire,
Scrooge.
man.
She is Scrooge.
That's what I hated.
Oh my
She is
gosh.
Scrooge.
Oh.
Oh my God, I've never
All
seen a
right.
female Scrooge, but you are definitely it.
I know. I love the holidays. I don't like having to go and be forced to listen to the lamest of the holiday tunes for weeks on end.
Yeah, you actually like
If I
my
still play
daughter's.
good stuff, cool things, not a problem. But if I go into like the grocery store, it's that same stuff I used to have to listen to at work, and it just like it gets me out of the holiday mood because I find them annoying. They didn't have,
and it's on a loop, right? So you keep hearing
it's on
the
a
same
loop, so
song.
it's 10 o'clock. We're listening to this song, right? Like, it was I mean, I love the holidays. I used to work like in the flower shop at the holidays at the garden center, and I'd be making all these arrangements and putting sparkly things on it. Love all the sparkly, love all the lights. Hate those rad tunes.
Man,
but
the
at
first
least
time
okay tunes.
I hear Donny Hathaway "This Christmas," I know it's Christmas. That song instantly puts me into it's Christmas time because this Christmas, man, that song.
All right.
If you don't like that, something wrong with your soul.
But as far as the show goes, I didn't mind. I thought it was pretty fun. I didn't have too many things. I'm sure there's stuff I didn't like about it, but we didn't do what we like about it yet, did we? We're gonna do that next.
Not yet. No.
Okay, good.
Guys,
That's it for me.
Yes.
What
What I
did
didn't like, the unrealistic fighting. I'm sorry. There's no way that
girl can take that
girl
punishment.
can take those type of, like, I spoke with Terrence for like a good, I don't know, half an hour, I think it was, about in a chat. We were talking about that, and he, as you know, he trains and he's in martial arts. There's no way a girl of that stature can fight dudes that big.
Yeah, that's
She
kind
could
of
fight him. She could fight him,
Right.
but she
But-
could not
I think
sustain
that's
that
part
damage.
of the superhero thing, though, right?
Exactly.
It's a superhero show. Everybody can take a punch.
Well, but you see, that's the thing that they're doing now, Marvel, right? I don't believe I'm actually going to be saying that, but they're casting, they're putting women in the forefront with small statures and being able to take hits and dish it out when the physics of it is not there.
But
No.
Guy Scar, I'm
Mhm.
glad you brought this up.
Mhm.
People are arguing about the second half of He-Man, where the women are so
I know.
muscular and so, like, why are they so muscular and so big? Because in order for you to take this kind of power and punishment, you can't be a cupcake. But then they're saying that the power gives them, I guess, their vulnerability. Okay, that's all. But in this case, I'm not saying you're gonna look like like a female Hulk, but you're gonna have some kind of muscular to you because
exactly.
we totally believe that Black Widow could take that punishment because
that was exaggerated too in Black Widow movie, right?
Yeah,
falling
but
off those freaking buildings.
Black Widow had that training from that secret Russian. The falling buildings. Yeah, I'm talking about the punishment and dish not punishment. We can kind of believe that because of that extensive undercover Russian brainwashing, all that kind of stuff. But this girl, she only been doing civilian martial arts from what she's age 3 or 5, something like that.
I did.
She was black belt by 15.
Because how much? But my question was, how much actual physical contact sparring had she previously done? I don't know. Would it be a bit more believable if she'd had some bruised ribs or something afterwards?
My thing is, like, she was losing all those fights. Like, she was getting her ass whooped. So I was like, and she was putting up a good, decent fight, but she was getting her ass whooped. That's what I said. Like, she never really overpowered nobody. She was using a lot of like
agility,
hip toss and stuff like that. Like,
Mind you did get the implication that she had done a lot of gymnastics, and believe me, you get bruised doing gymnastics. You have no idea. It's like I used to get bruises all over the place from doing gymnastics.
And also, I wouldn't put it past somebody like a skinny chick or a small chick could definitely knock out a big dude, because, like, the saying, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Because everybody, you can come across the biggest dude, but his glass is gonna be made of jaw and out of glass, and just he'll drop instantly.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely happened in real life.
Yeah, I'm definitely not saying a woman can't knock somebody out. and can't hold their own. I'm just saying, someone that's 6'5", 240 plus pounds, if he hits you the right way, and these guys are supposed to be fighters, trained fighters, street fighters, kind of stuff, you're not just gonna walk away from like she did. A lot of these movies you see with Denzel Washington, he don't take a lot of punishment. He does deflecting stuff, Born Identity. They do all that deflecting stuff, and that's Floyd Mayweather. He does a lot of deflecting. He don't take a lot of punishment. So if they had it choreographed where she was kind of deflecting or dodging and a lot of stuff, then I can see it. Because a lot of stuff, that's what Black Widow does. She'll take one or two punches to get in there, but she does a lot of deflecting and missing and ducking and dodging and stuff. So if they had the choreographed fighting more like that, I could believe it. But her being her age and those guys she fought,
you got to kind of suspend your disbelief though, also, because it's a comic book show. You know what I'm saying?
What I did.
You know, because of the problem I think a lot of people have, they try to put too much logic into these shows, like or into the movies. Like I think recently, like what the Russo brothers said, like, oh, the snap is impossible to happen in real life. No shit, like, duh, like,
what? You mean it can't really happen?
I agree with Perp. I agree with you 1,000%. But people, when they start losing the argument, they'll start trying to bring real life stuff in. Then it muddles the water. Okay, we either gonna talk, especially with Superman. Oh, Superman can do all this kind of stuff. Look, people. I didn't make up the rules on Superman. He got certain vulnerabilities, and whether you want to admit it or not, that he could kill whoever, Batman whipped his ass. He was a damn ant's heartbeat away from stabbing Superman with that kryptonite spear and ending him. I didn't make it up, but when you talk to Superman, to people that try to prove their point, they explain their points on certain stuff, they bring up all this crazy stuff. You gotta stay within the rules. You can't stay within all this crazy stuff. What we see on the movies is what I go by. So
yeah, but it's like, you know, Wonder Woman. You saw her physique, right? Shit.
But she's like more of a superhero, right?
Exactly.
Like
she's like a god, though.
Half a god, right? So
yeah, it's always interesting though, like when people when that does get brought up, because you could just do that about everything. Like, you know, Captain America, that would never happen. There's no such thing as a superhero serum and all that stuff. Like, you could literally break that down. Like, oh, this is the Hulk is stupid. Like, he just gets mad, and the more mad he gets, you know, that's not practical and stuff. Like, you know, we just be going off all day about that stuff. You just gotta kind of like suspend your disbelief about a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, that's what
it's just when the character's sold as being human, not and no physical powers, right? That's when the connection starts happening, right? It opens the door to that, right?
Yeah,
like that's what with Black Widow in the last movies, the way she was, you know, falling off like what 5 stories.
Oh yeah, she should have broke her back like 5 times.
Exactly, right? So then the whole thing comes out. Is it possible she's a mutant? Because they hinted that people were selected because of specific genetics, right? So they're like saying, oh, maybe this is like, you know, tying into the mutants. That's why, you know, it started that whole rumor mill. Well, like Danny says, you know, a lot of people start reaching for things and in comparisons. You know, I'm guilty of that at times as well. But the thing is that when, you know, making the comparison to like Evelyn, right, and seeing how when she got the power, how freaking muscular she was. Like myself, I just found it over the top completely, to the point like you see it, like she's basically like the little gem that she had was basically on her vagina. That's basically, you know, the way it was so low cut. It was like, okay, it's right here. This is what it is, right?
But
all the way down to your formative years.
It didn't bother me at all that she looked muscle and powered up, because she's absorbing the power of the universe. So,
like Danny, imagine being upset with you remember Kale and Khalifa from Dragon Ball Super, and how like I think it was Kale, the one that turned into like the female Broly.
Yeah.
But they already established that like you can get into this muscular mode, but like you gotta like just like I forget the whole explanation of it, but like
it's kind of like when Vegeta and Trunks went into that hibernation chamber. Trunks was so big and muscular, but it slowed him down. So you gotta find that perfect match of muscle and speed and stuff.
And the whole thing with Evelyn and stuff, like I know we talk about Hawkeye, but like it's just that's a part of the world, though, you know. And to me, they're not like overly muscular like He-Man. They're just like they're just way more toned and stuff like. But you could see females like that like today, like people
Oh,
that
yeah,
do
for
fitness
sure.
and stuff, like you know what I'm saying.
For sure.
So
I'm
yeah,
pretty muscular,
I just don't like it.
You gotta
but I
remember,
mean, you know, I
man.
like to keep my muscles well insulated. So
mhm.
You gotta remember, this is a cartoon. I mean,
Yeah. I know.
but
I do it.
but a lot of people are equating all this stuff to wokeness and stuff. And let's just say there is an agenda. I'm not into all that agenda stuff because I'm gonna watch whatever I'm gonna watch for whatever value that I deem it to have, and then I'm just gonna forget about it. There's nothing on that I'm gonna watch on a cartoon or movie that's gonna change my overall thought process or my moral fiber of being. All that woke stuff. Okay, there may be some agenda going, but I'm gonna go in there for 2.5 hours. I'm
But
gonna watch it, enjoy it, pick what I want from it.
I don't
Never
have a
going back.
problem with that. I don't have a problem with that woke stuff. I think it's fine. I don't have an issue with it. I know some people do, whatever. I just want good stories. If they happen to have all that stuff in there, that's great. I
Right.
mean, I have
Yeah.
2 nieces that are like, you know, mixed race. I'd like them to live in a world where nobody thinks twice about that. I got
Mhm.
friends who are LGBTQ. You know, I don't have a problem with them. Like, I want them to be safe in the world.
There's no problem with it unless
Right.
it's done properly with a good story.
Yeah, exactly.
When they start when they start imposing it and switching
Even if
everything
they're
in order
forcing
to
in, guys,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
care. I don't care.
Yeah, but the thing I understand you don't care, but saying that there isn't an agenda is being blind because there is an
But-
agenda.
But
Well,
there's,
That you
there's
enjoy the
always
story, then
The
you enjoy
agenda
the
doesn't bother
story.
me, my
But if
point.
you enjoy the story, that's fine. But
Mhm.
that's the thing.
there's
Is that
that's always been a thing though. Even like
Mhm.
I'll go back and watch a lot of '90s cartoons. I'm like, bro, like some of this stuff, I was like, oh, it's like a way ahead of its time and stuff. Like
Yeah,
even
look at,
watching like the
G.I. Joe or something, right?
what yeah, like
Absolutely.
even watching sitcoms, like watching Martin, watching the first episode of Martin, they're talking about like the woman can do this, can't do that, and just like a lot of stuff that like people are talking about now and stuff. It's just
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
always been there. It's always
They
been
used
there.
to call it politically correct.
Yeah.
which even politically correct today is not correct.
So what would you call the thing like the cartoons back in the day when I was growing up? After each episode, they would have some kind of life lesson or
Yeah,
something.
G.I. Joe.
So
And knowing is half the battle.
yeah, or like He-Man would have it, Shazam would have it. They would
Right.
always have a life lesson or something. So I don't
Yeah, ain't nothing
understand
new.
Yep.
what the deal is now. It's
It's the median. The median's there. The Twitter, the Facebook, the YouTube, and
Yeah.
people
they
like
need to
the
get back-
negative. The negative.
They need to get
spreads-
back to that.
Yeah.
Perk, what didn't you like about these 2 episodes?
Tracksuit
sorry.
Mafia.
Were you finished, Guys Car?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yep.
All right. Sorry, Perk.
The
Go
the
ahead.
Tracksuit Mafia. Even though I know that like this is like level 1, this is like it's pretty much like a video game. You get the level 1, bad guys and stuff like that, and they're trash. But other than that, like I enjoyed the pacing and whatnot. I'm glad that's not like a 30-minute show or something like that.
Yeah. Would y'all call Kate Bishop a Mary Sue?
No,
No.
She's not a Mary Sue.
because they established like exactly what type of character she is from the start. Like she's been doing fencing,
But
doing martial arts.
But wouldn't it seem logical that the best archer in the world, who is Hawkeye, had never heard of her? You don't think he would keep track of that kind of stuff going on?
No.
Kid, why would
I think when she said that, it was just being sarcastic.
Okay.
Because obviously she's not the best. Because like you see how many tries she had to do to take down that bell tower.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, if she
definitely-
was a Mary Sue, like she would have beat those dudes up no problem without a scratch. But no, she was getting tossed around, beat up.
But she didn't actually sustain any kind of real damage.
well,
She's
yeah,
got
but
little
she's still got
scars
like
and stuff.
cuts and bruises
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Guys, Carl, what did you like about this episode?
Oh man. Like I said earlier, the whole family thing with Hawkeye, I really like that. I also like the perspective that it gave you, how it started, how it gave you the perspective of the fight that was going on in New York, right? And that's where she gets from. That's why going back to what Perp was saying, that she isn't a Mary Sue, because you could see that she grabbed her motivation on that whole situation where she saw that it was Hawkeye that actually saved Herb, right? Technically, or she got that motivation because she saw him fighting those.
Right.
What's it called? This is Chikari. What's it called again? Chikari. I forgot what the alien race was
Chikari?
called.
Ari.
Yeah, Chikari. Yeah, the Chikari, right? So she knows he's human, and like she even there's even a scene where they're walking and they're saying how, you know, him being the low key Avenger is what connects more with people, right?
Mhm.
Because he's human. So something about she said something about the lines is like, you know, he's bad. He was just bad marketed because he's the low key one.
Yeah, that's what she said. I like how
Right.
she said she told Mama get me a bow and arrow and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah. So basically, I like that. I liked also the part where he's in the urinal and you see written on the urinal it says Thanos was right.
Yeah.
I laughed when I saw that. Yeah.
That scene with the musical was funny, but
Yes.
also kind of like I really like that, you know, when he saw Natasha's character, like he like was breaking down, like he was almost about to have like a panic attack or something like that.
Right. PTSD kicking in, yeah. And that's the thing, right? Because it showed the human aspect of a soldier who went through traumatic stuff, right? You can see how they like, again, it's the humanization of Hawkeye, that he's human, he's hurt, he lost his hearing, you know, he's gotten beat up through all this, both physically and psychologically, with, you know, going with the point you just made with Natasha. So that I really enjoyed that aspect of it. But it's just I felt it was slow, but overall those are the points that I liked. There was something else that I enjoyed also. But that's more like predictions. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
All right. Perp, what did you like about it? Oh, before we go for Bigger for Entertainment, Anzo $5 super chat. Thank you, man. He says, Danny, bring you that fire. Yeah, I got to work on that intro, man. It's glitching a lot. But I definitely love that song. But I apologize. Go ahead, Perp. What did you like the most?
Man, I liked a lot about just, you know, just Hawkeye's character, and even Kate Bishop. She's very interesting to me because I feel like, you know, try to gather the words, but yeah, I just like their dynamic. It's definitely going to be like a father-daughter type of relationship over time, because I feel like Hawkeye's going to see his daughter in her at some points and try to protect her and stuff like that and whatnot. But yeah, I like that. I really like the LARP scene. That was hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of people didn't like that, but that shit was hilarious to me. You had the dude making the sound effects in the background. That shit was that's the MCU. That's the MCU humor that I like. You know, not the Eternals shit that they try to do in there, but yeah, you
didn't like Bollywood? Well,
Nah.
Bollywood was funny.
Yeah, that was a funny scene, but it just didn't really click with me with the Eternals. I don't think they came together naturally. Like when you go watch this now, it's just I feel like, I don't know. I just really enjoyed the overall tone, that setting. But yeah, I can understand some people's gripes with it as well. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Okay. Good deal. Dandelion Fluff, what did you like about it?
I have one little thing first, though. I got the impression she was away at school, right? Like she lives at the school, and so
no. I think because that might be a college. I don't know.
Anyway, but she doesn't live at the apartment all the time,
she's
right?
She's 22, right?
Okay, but she was like at university somewhere. She's not. Is she living in that apartment and going away to school every day, or is she?
I don't think she's in school anymore. I think she's living there.
No, she was at that school.
In the beginning with the bell.
Yeah, with the bell. So does she like? Okay, because I was wondering, like, how long has that pizza slice that she gave Lucky been in that fridge?
She
She doesn't live at home.
she definitely lives there because her mom said, "What happened to your apartment? What do you mean it got burned?"
No, she
Right.
does live there, but I got the impression she maybe doesn't live there all the time. Maybe she does then. Okay, she just goes out of. She just takes the train to school every day or something. I just wondered because I'm like, if I'm gone for like a couple of months, then I wouldn't still have food in my fridge that I would be willing to feed a dog. But
Yeah, shouts to Lucky too. Like I think he's gonna be an underrated character in the series.
well, apparently he's like from the comics, so
He bled the damn the damn alligator in Loki.
lucky.
Everybody would go fool over the dog, over that damn.
Okay,
cracker
things I liked. I just was curious about that pizza slice. That's all. I loved that musical. Oh my god, I can't wait till they actually do that musical. That was so cheesy. That would be so bad. Oh man, you gotta love a bad musical. That's awesome. And I really liked the monogrammed butterscotch because that's just like the stupidest thing ever.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh my god, I have to get monogrammed butterscotch.
It sounds like Werther.
I liked the sword guy, the sword master, whatever, whoever I can't remember.
Jack.
Yeah, Jack, sword master.
Armand's
Armand's
nephew. Armand's nephew.
I thought he was an interesting character because he had a very very straight faced, right? Like, is she supposed to be suspicious when he hands her the butterscotch, or like is it something or is it nothing? Like you couldn't tell.
I think he's playing her.
Oh yeah, probably, but it's hard to know like to what degree. Like
You mean playing the mom?
No, I think he's playing Kate. Like he's luring her in.
I'm sure I'm sure there's something nefarious going on there, but it just was kind of.
The mom.
I liked the dynamic between those two characters. I thought that was quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The dynamic between him and Kate. And then I liked Lucky the pizza dog. Gotta like a dog. Right, I'm good.
Okay. I definitely think that sword guy, whatever, he's after something. I don't know what it is, and she's on his trail, and the mom is being so damn dumb. I'm like, really, mom?
Now the mom, I think she knows what's up because, like, you remember when the guys went to go steal that watch, and you heard the explosion. She's the only one that didn't really like phase. She wasn't phased or nothing. She knew what was going on, so she's definitely suspect too.
So you think the mom is working with the sword guy?
Yeah,
I think the mom is in with some sort of.
I think the mom is the villain in this, man. I think she's one of the key players.
Yep, for sure. I definitely think she's the villain. Not necessarily the villain, but definitely a villain.
Yeah,
I didn't get that.
Yeah, I think she and I forgot Jack. You said is his name?
Jack.
Yeah.
I think Jack is the one that's trying to take the. It's not even my turn, man.
Go ahead.
I'm like I think it's Jack that's trying to lure the attention off the mom, but I think it's the mom that killed Armand.
Damn.
No, I think it was Jack that killed Armand.
No, I think it's
talking about the old guy in the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jack did kill Armand.
I did too. I think
but then the mom told him to do that. The mom was probably the one that said, "Yo, get rid of him."
Yeah. Yep.
Because if you just look at her facial expressions and how she just acts, she doesn't act like, oh, she's not clueless. Like she knows what's going on.
100% agree with you, Perp. What you said, her composure and all these crises and everything.
I thought she was dingy.
And it's just funny, right? Because if you go back to where the whole crisis, right, with when the father and everything, like the father says, "Okay, I'll be downstairs in my office," and then when they're eating there, to get the checkerboard. She tells him, "Okay, I'll be right there. I have to go downstairs." Right. So it's like, it's interesting, and you have a lot of, you can see the way she is, her composure. It's like ice cold. You know, if your daughter's gonna be fencing with this big ass dude, she goes, "Yeah, be careful, hon. I'm always careful. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Jack," right?
I think she knows her daughter's a badass. That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got from that. But I do think there's definitely something going on with the mom.
Yeah. I think
how did they get out of the financial issues from the beginning? Like, was it just an insurance payout, or was there something more to it?
Yeah, because that's right? Because they were arguing about money, right? In the beginning
Mhm.
of it, it was about something selling the condo.
Yeah, selling the penthouse, but they're still in the penthouse at the end.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Good observation.
Yeah, I think that
Because they
she know her daughter's been training with swords and martial arts and stuff.
Mhm.
And I think she was that how it came up to me that she wasn't worried about her daughter because she knew her daughter can take care of herself. But
mm,
I also think it's interesting that her mom or the family is just like they run that whole security thing,
Right.
whatever and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I feel like
They're
I
finally
wonder how
using
that.
technology with the tracking technology and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's
Isn't it crazy how fast she was able to track Bart's freaking cell phone? You would think that Bart would have like some kind of security shit to make sure he can't be tracked.
right. Like, didn't he work with like Tony before?
Yeah.
Mhm. I like seeing that about Hawkeye, how paranoid he is. Like he's checking doors and stuff like that,
Mhm.
making sure because like he's like, you brought you brought out that suit now. All my enemies are going to be after me, type stuff. Like,
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
like
there's
the
only
reference he made too. Like she's saying something about, don't you have a secret cave or lair or something? She said, no, Tony sold that.
yeah, that's funny.
so that years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
But wouldn't
It's
you
cool.
think that Tony would leave his friends well off? Kind of like
No.
this is going to
That-
revert. Well, let me make this now. Tony died in Endgame. How is it even possible that Black Falcon? I mean, that the Falcon
Mm-hmm.
would have to go get a bank loan when I know all he can do is call Pepper Potts and say, "Hey, hey, Pepper, I need."
It
I need
seems
a
like
boat."
a reoccurring thing. Like we're gonna get that a lot. Like
I know, right?
like Tony didn't leave nobody nothing.
I know, right?
Yeah, but he left the
Pepper was
little
still
kid.
there.
He left the little kid in
Pull
Queens the
somebody.
fucking glasses and the keys to the palace.
Oh, right. Yeah, I always thought that was a little bit
But
sus.
Pepper has all his money and wealth now.
Right?
She
And the
What,
doctor.
she doesn't
would
give a
not.
shit about any of them?
I feel not hard to believe. That is a different plot hole to me.
Mhm.
What?
I agree.
Man, somebody
But,
should get unionized.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Right.
Yeah, that would make sense. Some sort of insurance.
I
plan.
didn't sign up for this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are our grades for it, and our prediction of what we think is going to happen, and what would we like to see happen, and do they match? What we like to see happen, and what we think we're going to see happen, do they match? And what grades you give it? And I'll start off with Perp.
I normally don't do grades, but if I had to grade it, I'd give it. I give it a passing grade. Somewhere like a B plus, maybe A minus, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Just because there wasn't a lot of things that annoy me, like shows like Loki and stuff. Like I just feel like Loki was completely pointless. But where it goes next, I just need to see the Kingpin. That's all. That just raises Hawkeye stocks up way high. If we just get a mention or a name drop, that's all I need.
Okay. Guyscar.
Yes.
What's your grade, sir?
I would give it a C plus.
C plus. Okay.
Yeah, I'll give it a C plus. My predictions. I think, like I said, what's her name? Eleanor, Kate's mom, is going to be one of the high-ranking villains in this. I have a feeling that the whole Echo thing, I think, is going to be cool. It is going to tie in with Wilson Fisk. Everything ties in. Like everything you're seeing right now ties in with. If you go by the books, right? Then again, Marvel likes taking whatever they feel like and using it.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be great. I think it would do the fans great honor if that happens. But yeah, I have to agree because right now, all this is leading into Yelena, right?
Yelena, yeah. That's what I was about to bring up because like she's supposed to be in the next 4 episodes. So
that's right. So and she's the only one because obviously everybody knows that they don't know that Ronan is Hawkeye. Only she knows. And what's her name?
Who was
Valentina. Valentina knows.
Talking about Black Widow's sister.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. She's the only one, and Valentina are the ones that know that Ronan is Hawkeye. So, I'm curious to see if word's going to get out and it's going to cause this whole, war of gangs together. Wilson Fisk being one of them, the Russians being others. So
John Wick.
yeah, John Wick. Yeah, so it's going to be kill this dog.
Complicated.
They're going to kill the pizza dog.
Oh man.
No, don't kill the pizza dog. I live for the pizza dog, man. He's my favorite character.
Or take his other eye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take his other eye. The one-eyed pizza dog.
Freaking
God
blind
damn.
dog. Oh, dude.
But yeah, I'm really I'm really excited to see what happens. Like I said, these two shows were a little bit bland for me. I like certain aspects of it, but I'm really curious to see. It has the potential to be something amazing, and up till now, I'm excited to see what happens next.
Okay. Dandelion, what's your grade, ma'am?
I'm gonna go with a B on both of them. Like I said, nothing too mind blowing in there. What I think is gonna happen, I'm hoping that they have some more Daredevil tie-in stuff because they're in Hell's Kitchen. They might as well have some Daredevil stuff in there. That'd be pretty cool. Nice to see it timed with the Netflix universe, whether it will or not. Yeah, I don't know too much because I don't know the comic books, so I don't really know an awful lot about what's going to happen next. I hope there's more LARPing. Like, I hope that Grills guy shows up again because, he was a bit of a fanboy. That was kind of fun.
Okay.
So, yep.
That scene's gonna be underrated. I know a lot of people shit on that, but that LARP scene was
It was
That
so
was
funny.
hilarious.
It was so funny because, yeah, I mean, he's an actual
let,
sword
let me
fighter.
let me kill you, and then he goes, "I fought Thanos." Yeah, it's funny.
Man, want to fucking step down in the world.
Or like when he went to the in the front, whatever, before he went in, and he's like, "Do I really have to wear this stuff?" Like,
I know,
Yeah.
right? Like,
They were really serious about that role playing, weren't they?
right?
Oh yeah,
Oh my god! Especially that first lady, the tall white girl. I wanted him to slap her. Maybe I'm wrong.
she was awesome.
Oh my
I loved her.
god!
She was great.
No, the man on a mission. You gotta do all that, jump through all them hoops for that. But I guess
Yeah, because like they don't care if you're a celeb, you're in their world, so it's
Those
like you
places
gotta play
have
by our
rules,
world. You gotta play by our
Yeah,
world.
That's
buying
rules.
into that universe is part of playing of LARPing. Like you gotta personally buy into this.
then you got the damn map. What's this for? That's your life.
I know. It's so ridiculous. They just take it so seriously.
Yeah,
I like when
I
he
think
told
that
him-
was also a little bit of a dig at all like super fans that are always like questioning everything that the Marvel movies do. It's like, oh, why didn't they use this from the comic books, or why did they do that, or change this character, or whatever? And those people were those super serious super fans that
Mhm. I like the dialogue he had with the guy. He said something like, "Yo, I'll really hit you. You will really fall." Something like that. Like that.
Right,
That should
Or I
be
will
dying.
punch you, will really fall down.
Yeah.
I know.
My grade is going to be a C. Like I said, it was a little bit underwhelming for me the first few episodes. I definitely think the next 3 is going to pick up. So, next 4 rather. So hopefully, weren't they 50 minutes each?
Like 45 minutes.
Something out of 45 because I watched
So-
them earlier today. I don't think I had time to watch that long
Yeah.
stuff. So
So that's a lot of time to do some good stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. Like I definitely think we're going to see Natasha's sister into it.
Mhm.
And I'm not sure who the baddie is going to be.
Yep.
I don't know. Kingpin would be cool if they could integrate the Daredevil from Netflix into this. That would be awesome. Cause
Mhm.
I think Daredevil's awesome. And I hope they go ahead and bring Luke Cage. And hell, they want to go ahead and bring
Because it's all still connected. Like that Netflix stuff is still connected to the MCU, but it's just like they gotta kind of rework it because they can't do the mature stuff anymore.
Yeah.
I wish they'd get rid of the Iron Fist because he's crap.
Oh, that was the weakest of the Netflix
Man,
series.
yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah, if they bring Luke Cage, Jessica Jones,
Yeah.
And
Like Danny, that's all I need for like the last scene or a post credit is just like them walking up. You see a dude in a white suit, just the back of his head, and him just like slightly turning.
The
Something like
defenders,
that.
right? The
Yeah.
defenders being.
yeah,
I mean, it's so
now they do defenders. I can get with Iron Fist because his chemistry with Luke Cage was the best part of that series to
yeah,
me.
he was okay in the Defenders. I actually
Yeah.
quite enjoyed the Defenders. I was
Yeah.
kind of hoping they would do another season of that. That was
Yeah,
pretty
but
alright.
him by himself, Danny Rand is
Mm.
Danny Bland.
I don't think I even watched the entire of Iron Fist. I don't think I even finished the first
I watched
season.
the first
It was just like,
season. The second season was like, oh,
Nope. I
Second
didn't even
season was
finish the
much
first-
better.
I didn't even finish the first season. I just couldn't. He was just like, again, it's just one of those characters. It's like, meh, I
Bro,
can't.
watched-
did you like the first or second season of Luke Cage better?
Because I like Bushmaster. I like
Man,
Bushmaster.
man, Bushmaster was the shit. That is my favorite villain out of all of those.
Cottonmouth.
I like
I'm
Cottonmouth,
gonna get
but
you, sucker.
Bushmaster was the best villain. I was pulling for him and not Luke Cage, so you can tell that was really. I thought.
Who was the one? Not Cottonmouth. Who was that before? Was it Cottonmouth or no?
You talk about his brother. You got the shot at the end. He was a snake name too, but I can't think his name. All the villains in there.
But he was straight up like ripped out of like an old like 70s black exploitation. Like, I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was
end.
such a bad movie.
I'm gonna get you, sucker. Shit.
But ladies and gentlemen, we're at the 50-minute mark, and I think we pretty much discussed both
Yes, we did.
episodes
Yep.
as well as we can discuss them. We will be back here, same bat time, same bat channel next Saturday at 8:00. Nothing happens. Before we go off for the night, I'm going to go around the panel, let everyone's talk about what's going on in the shows, where they can be, or where you can expect to see them. And of course, being a gentleman and being polite. Dandelion Fluff, anything going on? I don't think you have a channel now, do you?
No, I don't really have a channel. Mostly I hang out in people's chats, but people keep wanting me to go on streams, so here I am. I will probably be on some of Chris Knight's stuff. He's got the wrap up tomorrow, so I guess check out Real Review 3000. May as well give him a little shout out there, Chris. I'll probably check out your a real people tomorrow on this show again. I'll probably check that out, see what all those slackers have to say. And yeah, that's probably about it.
Good
Check
deal.
out other people's shows. Subscribe to these
Yeah.
people.
Thank you for taking the invitation, man. You're one of the first ones that came to my mind that I wanted on the show, so I appreciate you coming, Dandelion Fluff. Your input is always welcome.
Thanks.
Pert Minded. What's going on your neck of the woods, sir?
Yeah, it's kind of like just winding down the year. Haven't been putting out that much content as I usually do, but Yellow Jackets episode 3 should be out tonight. I'm gonna review that. That's a show on Showtime. It's a brand new show.
I saw the preview, but I never saw the premise of what the show's about.
Yeah, it's kind of like Lord of the Flies, but with like female characters a little bit. But it's pretty fascinating. But also Netflix is dropping like this Christmas horror show as well tomorrow called Elves. It kind of reminds me of Gremlins a little bit, but it's like a Danish horror series. I wanted to check that out. Got the Chucky season finale coming up in a few days. Looking forward to that. And then I got the Perp Show Awards next month. Yeah, that's all I got going.
Okay, good deal.
Man,
Good deal.
that's it.
Yeah, really. Guy Scar, the Basco scenario. What's going on in your neck of the woods, sir?
Man, the usual. Every Wednesday, I got the hangout at 8 p.m. With my co-host. That's right here, Mr. Comic Chat himself, where we talk about various topics. And yeah, we basically shits and giggles and great stuff. And also have my random gaming streams where I just get online and just game and talk with the chat. So that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Good deal.
And now here, actually, yeah, every
yeah.
Saturday. And Perp, nice to meet you. And Dandelion,
too,
great
man.
to see you again.
It's you too.
All right. I am Danny Graham, aka Comic Chat. This is one of my many shows. Chaos Central is mainly where I hang out at, along with Anzo Hodges, Big Four Entertainment, Chris Knight of the Real Review 3000. And we do several streams together on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesday nights, all at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just did one earlier today, Square One, which is all NBA, all NFL topics, usually at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be doing this for the next few weeks as long as the series on Disney Plus, Hawkeye, goes. And also I'll be doing one tomorrow with another group of people, probably about 7 or 8. So that should be a big one. 8:30 tomorrow. This is at 8 on Saturdays and 8:30 on Sundays, Eastern Standard Time. I had a fantastic time. These panelists, 2 of them have channels, so please subscribe to them if you haven't. Please share and the link. Tell your family and friends, man, because we want to try and get a big audience. I think the most we had in here today was 12 people, so I want to double that. So I can only do that with your help. But as always, I appreciate it, and we catch you next time. Peace.
Comic Chat Entertainment.